respond, you were going to get beat. This is a nice throw by Jake Garcia. Put it right there.
Morris to make good decisions. Play action. Morris has 3 men going deep. He's chased, eludes a man. Has a man short, wants to go deep. Wide open. Unbelievable touchdown,
Safety,
Miami.
7-2. Later in the second, Kaya finds Stacy Coley over the middle. No one can catch him.
In his face and gets it out on time. Always able to keep his balance, and then it's just a foot race to the end zone. What a play.
Will throw. Looking for Knighton out of the backfield. He's got it, and he's gone.
Hi, Canes family. Welcome back to another review. Probably one of the hardest ones I've ever had to do. But, you know, we just going to get through it. I believe in Mario. I trust the process. But it's definitely painful. There ain't nothing you can say about it. Inexcusable at that point. You know, I was there. My whole family was there. It was rough to watch. But let's just get it straight into it. We'll start off with, you know, fortunately, the first play of the game, you know, goes our favor. It's a 22 set. They got 2 running backs here. This is number 9, the receiving threat at running back. Tight end in line here. They're going to motion him back in. But nice to see outside containment here from Agude. Beats that left tackle. We struggled throughout the year with containing the outside. Good play here by Agude. He had a couple more plays made from him containing. So that's good to see that. Obviously, you have Leonard Taylor as well. Great push here. He gets through that left guard. That zone blocking scheme. Everybody's going left. So a way to start the game off on defense. But Canes family, this was a play early on that I felt that just was a signal for things to come. So we're rushing 3 here. We're going to have Nigel Lee Kelly spy Jordan Travis. This is an empty set, so it's 5 eligible receivers. You're going to have, you know, a quad look here to the field side, trips bunch near the hash, split in tight here with your running back / receiver guy, and the tight end who's just going to be running this dig right across this zone coverage. So no really pass rush for rushing 3, chipped on the way out. Nigel Lee Kelly's spying. This is a very ill-advised throw. This is good zone coverage. They passed him on going through. It's going to be negated due to a penalty, but you got to catch this pick as well. Even if this play didn't stand, I would like to see that as an INT wiped away, not a PBU wiped away. We've let a couple of those drop to the turf. But here we go. This was just tough. He chips the DN, and then he's just coming across. So he has so much time. This is good coverage. You have James closing in. You have Couch right there. You have 2 DBs in position to make the play. He didn't have to level that guy, Corey. I know he didn't mean to. Got there too early. He's celebrating, but, you know, that was a huge play, man. Huge play. Obviously, you know, if we were able to force them to punt, this play wouldn't have happened, but it does. 2x2 here to the near side, and then you have your tight end and their big receiver over here to the field side. So it's going to be man here. You'll see Al Blades check him off as Pittman goes in motion, checks to Cam. Cam's seeing it. TC steps up on it, but his man would have been that tight end, I believe. You have Blades, who doesn't get as deep as the deepest man when he switches with Cam, so there's no help over the top. But Ivy doesn't really get hands on this receiver. Inside release on an inside breaking route. When you take that inside leverage, then put the speed on him, man, it was just hard. There was no help over the top as well. So that you just have to help your corner out of that play, but you got to get your hands on him, bro. We cannot just be getting bombed like this. It's been happening for quite some time. MTSU, you know, even Bethune got one on us, but you know it's pretty bad, man. We have to stop getting up top, man. 2x2 here. We have Mallory and Kobe Young in tight with X and Jacoby out wide. Going to be a dig here coming in from Restrepo. Always have that inside stem on our dig so they get across. Coming around, TVD doesn't step in the pocket. He goes outside. Pretty initial good pocket. There's somebody coming inside here. So he doesn't step up, goes outside. Is able to go ahead and hit this on a dime to Restrepo. I think TVD was fine throwing the ball early. I think what I mean by that is health-wise. I think after that first time he got hit, you know, you just can't prepare for that in practice. He's throwing the ball, but you know what happens after that first contact to that injury? Because look at him on the run, flicking this on the money. I don't think that injury was aggravated until, he got hit the deck, and then it was over from there for his night. This is just what I don't like to see. We go to condensed trips to the field side so tight all year. Your quarterback's been getting killed every time we go tight. They just blitz right off the edge and they hit him, hit him, hit him. That's why he got hurt versus Duke. And here we are again, condensed trips here. They're not doing anything new. They're going to bring somebody over. TVD does the right thing. He's trying to throw into the pressure. But again, just getting your quarterback killed. This is slant route to Restrepo, but he's doing that diamond release to try to go ahead and get that separation versus this man coverage, which is working. He definitely has it. But again, just you send your running back out on a route. There's nobody helping TVD. He's just getting hit. This is, not something I would have thought early you would see, because you're trying to protect your quarterback. He's coming off an injury. And then, we go back to the formations and things that were definitely, contributing to some of those hits that he was taking. Man, yeah, this was tough, and you could tell his arm was still there. It's still there here early on before he got aggravated when he fell onto the ground. So 3rd and 9 here is trips here to the field side. You got Mallory inline backside tight end. You're gonna have this seam here from Restrepo. You see him coming up inside release. He's going up the field here. Kobe Young's gonna stop. This is there. TVD extends up and steps up into the pocket. This is definitely, he's between the two safeties. He could definitely fit this ball in for a touchdown. X has a step on the underneath defender, but it's just an overthrow, so you're not getting there. It's not the worst pocket in the world, not the best. You got that initial pressure inside. That's Inez Cooper on right guard. So that's a young freshman. So hey, it is what it is. You got to learn your stripes. But again, good work by TVD stepping up. He probably wanted to let it go to X while he was there, so he didn't get a chance to look to his right, because I think he has, Mallory wide open. But with that initial pressure, he wasn't able to, look forward. He probably wants to hit it X right now. He knows X got it right now, but he just misfires this throw. It was there. But again, without that pressure, you probably see Mallory right here. You put that ball right here, and it's a race to the pylon. That Mallory's showing that he could win in the recent couple weeks with his going on that spurt. Just the start of them physically dominating us with their run game. If anybody still has horror memories from 2020 North Carolina, this probably gave you PTSD, because it's a counter and they're pulling that right guard, they're pulling that right tackle ahead, and it's going to go for a huge gain. So basically they're going to have the tight end. So it's trips here to the right side, the field side. Tight end, left tackle. They double on Agude, and then the tight end releases up to the inside linebacker. That's what seals as you bring around that right guard and right tackle. So everybody's down blocking here. You get up to the second level, sealing this way. Now you have two big old linemen pulling, and they get in front of our DB who isn't able to get off the tackle. And here comes Cam to save the day at the end of the play. But again, this is just huge counter. We've seen it plenty of times work on us in the past. Leonard Taylor's not able to get there. Good initial pressure coming off the side, but again, he's going outside of a right guard as that center tries to go ahead and down hinge block, I believe it's called. So he's not able to get there fully. This is just sign of things to come. Cover one here. It's going to be a penalty. They got, this is an empty set. You got trips here to the field side, tight end in line. Two receivers down here split. This is going to be an inside stem release on this corner route to get inside. Not even a good release. He stumbles out of it. But that rocker step, which is basically that when you're running that corner, you take one step here to the post and then boom to the corner. That's going to get Tyreek to grab on. Would have liked to see Cam go out of bounds here, just in case this play would have stood. We wouldn't have got it on the 1 or 2. But here we go again. We'll see here. Gets that inside leverage on that release, and then as he's doing his rocker step, that causes Reek to grab him, even gets a little bit of his face mask, and so negates this pick, but caused it as well. It's going to set them up in prime position here. They're going to try to run this in. This is jumbo, everything I formation. This is old school football. Great initial penetration by the D line. You got Cam Kitchens who gets in here as well. takes up that block right into the face and makes this guy bounce it outside. Great play, heads up play by Gill. Contains the leverage, wraps this guy up even though he doesn't eventually make that tackle. Slows him up for the cavalry. So just good eyes by Gill. And I just want to point out something here about Keem Mesidor. At the start of this play, you see him all the way over here. He's going to chase that from the backside as that play develops. That's effort. That's hustle. That's something you're seeing from him. Obviously, he's a transfer, so he's coming in and showing that he does things the right way. So hopefully, that rubs off on people. And, team, coaches, everybody, just rallies together and just keeps working hard. Everybody's in tight. Another I formation. They motion their tight end over. This is going to cause some issues. It's a play action. And this man's going to score this touchdown, this fullback, because it's going to create a pick route here between Gill. This guy's doing a crosser 19, so it's going to pick off Wesley. So there's nobody actually getting to that fullback. This is just Agude, as he's rushing. He attacks this guy as if he's blocking. Then he goes to get to the quarterback, which then releases him. So that's a wide open touchdown because nobody was able to get into him because of that rub right here between Gill, that tight end, and Wesley. So fullback's uncovered. Nice little touchdown for FSU, man. Goal line defense has been good. It stopped them all the way here on third down. It was great against Virginia. It was good in other games. But FSU caught us slipping on one. And others. Plenty others. Huge point in the game here. We're reeling. FSU just, put another TD up on us. We're in a 2-by-2 set. We're going to motion our tight end Brantley across. Huge indicator that we're going to run an inside zone. The hole's initially there. This is one-on-one unblocked defender with Henry Parrish, but number 8 is also able to help out, so we are not able to get this first down. Love the physicality here from Brantley, even though he ends up losing his feet going against the full DN here. But this is just, I don't want to say as predictable as possible, but it's pretty much it's coming when we bring that tight end in motion. Critical third down. Florida State was tuned in it. They read the keys, get the stop. 2-by-2 set here. Florida State got the jet motion going on. It's just a zone read. Agude crashes inside. So that's just an easy pull for Travis to make, but you still have your linebacker come across. This is Caleb Johnson in prime position to make this tackle. Just gets that fake move inside, and then it's over with that as he gets outside of him. But move of quickness, missed tackle. But again, you got to tackle in space if you want to win college football games. You'll see it right here again. D-line's going to split as soon as they motion out. There's only one man in the middle. They got our freshman linebacker there as everybody spreads out. Hall opens up right up the middle. Again, you got to make one-on-one tackles to win college football games. This is on third down. We got West in position. He baits him. He pushes him inside knowing he's going to break outside. Not able to wrap up there, but back-to-back plays where, not able to get their quarterback down in an open field. Looks like man with a one high safety with Cam. Across the board, you have DJ Ivy. He's going to be on with that target. This is the same guy who just caught a post touchdown for him. Not really much of a pass rush. Jordan Travis is able to step up into that pocket. It looks like Cam let him get underneath. Let him get over the top of him here, but was looking like he was going to cut underneath that. So I don't know if they talked about it and he was cut underneath that post, or if Ivy just stayed deep. I don't know what that was. I was hoping that it was, Cam baiting and trying to get this interception. But, Ivy's over the top of it. It sails a little bit on Jordan Travis. Just great diving INT there from Ivy. This might be probably one of the best plays. I remember maybe 2019 when he had those 2 interceptions versus Pittsburgh. But this is probably his best interception as a Hurricane. Maybe his best play. Just a diving catch, go in and corral it, hold on to it to the ground. This is, a huge play to make when you're trying to get back into a rivalry football game. So this is going to be the play where, TVD's really just even throwing the ball away, and you're able to see that, that takes a lot of pain to do. So we have Brashard here in tight as a running back with Lucius in the pistol. Then you have your tight end, Jacoby. He's going to be rolling on this zone read. You got Brashard coming across. FSU picks it up. TVD just tries to get rid of it. Little sidearm. And I think that those hits he took earlier activated it. Now he's throwing it. He's been throwing the ball in practice, so throwing it isn't just killing him to this point. So obviously some contact. Now trying to throw again, and it was just too much for him too soon. Probably needs to heal up before he comes around thinking about it. Non-contact injury. As he's releasing, hard to see because that leads to what's to come. So we automatically we send our third string quarterback in, Jakari Brown, who played as well as he could. It's an empty set here. QB draw, but doesn't really sell the pass, just goes upfield. Has an initial hold, but the reason why you want to sell this pass is maybe this guy drops a little bit, he immediately shoots up. Even though it looks like cover 3, so he might be shooting down here regardless. But I think maybe just it holds him for a second if he try to at least sell a pass before the draw. But again, just how this night went. When it rains, it pours, because our probably one of our best, most consistent player, Lou Headley, just shanks a punt here, and they end up getting the ball, well within our territory, right before the 40. So not his best punt, but it was just one of those nights, man. Getting 2x2 set here. They got 2 tight ends wing. It's gonna be basically a counter. They're going right here, right behind that right guard and that right tight end pulling across. So they have a tight end here. It's gonna make a Wezdor, take a wider angle. He gets that trap block here. You have Corey Flagg, who goes underneath here and gets sealed by the tight end as he goes underneath. Keontra gets off his lineman, but then overshoots as he comes back. It's good, just a good cutback by the running back, obviously. Honestly, then he bumps into his running back and is able to get outside Reek. This is just, then outside of James, this is just, a sign of things to come. TC gets him out of bounds finally. A lot of people talking about that right there, him dapping him up. I'm not even going to waste any energy on it or time on it. It doesn't look good. I give you that. I don't know what the relationship was or what if he was just saying, complimenting, whatever it was. But again, just up the sideline, they gashed us all day. To see it come in the form of like a counter type play, man, just PTSD. If it ain't broke, we'll how to fix it. So again, same formation, 2x2, 2 tight ends. They're gonna just this time it's gonna be get that right guard, right tackle over. That center has to block, just kick out that D tackle who's able to get right through. But then it's just that convoy and everybody gets sealed up here. And see a double team, get these 2 guys out of here, gets to the linebacker. And then as he gets to the linebacker, both these guys are blocking. You got James blocking. I'm getting blocked. You have Keontra getting blocked. No one's wrapping up here or able to wrap up. They're getting sealed out. Tyreek, he thinks this is a done play. In my opinion, he just stops here. He thinks that's wrapped up. Then he notices he's outside, loses his outside containment, and by the time TC gets over there, it's just too late. And it's just all night they were able to run the ball on us, man. So it's just, to my surprise, the TVD trots back out there. Don't know how he fooled them enough to get on the field, but he's out here. It's 2 tight end set here. Got Memrelli here, Mallory in the backfield. They're gonna go ahead and try to get Mallory on a quick out, and then you fake it to Rooster, who's gonna do the same thing. They're basically trying to get a deep shot going to either Kobe Young and then this route to Restrepo. But as he breaks back outside, this is just a good job by the DB, riding and stopping that route here. Then, that to-go shot wasn't there. And then eventually the O-line gave through. 3 people coming in. TV just, takes to eat the sack. But as eating the sack, just falling down to the ground, just aggravating that shoulder just too much, man. He was not ready to play this game, be able to throw the football, take hits. He just wasn't physically ready. Getting 3rd down, we throw Jake in there. He was, unfortunately, he was plugged in, plugged out, all that. He's dropping on 3rd and 17, makes the right decision, just tucks it and gets what he can. Looks like a man here. This tight end has been lined up with TC. James over here, you got 1 safety high as Cam. So once that tight end goes across the formation, TC, you see his hand out there. He's checking to James. So James picks him up. Reeks has this guy on a crosser. But this is just DJ Ivy. This is not even bad coverage. This is just a deep out here ran by Johnny Wilson, who's 6'7", and it definitely showed that size here. I honestly don't have any issue with DJ Ivy on this play. I just give more credit to the receiver. Just look at that extension. I mean, I don't know what else you want to do. He was there, but just great catch. Try to even fight it through at the end. Just was that type of night for Florida State, man. Starts off 2-by-2 set. Two wings, two receivers split out wide. They motion their running back back into the backfield. 3 down linemen here, 3rd and 6. They're gonna get back to that run game, a little outside zone, but they're gonna zone block, so everybody just going to the right here. They release that center up to try to get to the second level, but this left tackle is just gonna get bullied by Elijah Roberts, who shows that strength here as he meets him at the 41-yard line and drives him back. Is able to get this TFL for this punt. This was a critical stop if we had any hopes of getting back into this game. But again, just great power here from Roberts to push this left tackle way back and cause this good penetration here by Moultrie as well. You'll see him split right underneath it. That's a huge penalty that was missed, but hey, it is what it is. We got the stop. So this is the Jake interception. We have trips down here to the field side, inline tight end backside. There'll be man on the backside, and then zone to the field side. So that's going to confuse Jake a little bit because he's going to have. You'll see here he has a crossers going here, mesh concept coming from Mallory and Brashard. You got a dig coming here from Redding, and then a comeback on the outside. So he's thinking it's, this guy's riding with Redding up the seam. So he sees this, so he tries to throw it here to him. It should be there, but again, this guy's dropping deep third. This guy's coming underneath him for around that flat area and just literally just drops right in front of Latson. This was just, you have to see it here. You're throwing it right to him, but you can see why he's doing it. He's a young quarterback. And FSU just got him here as he's releasing this football. He's literally getting right into prime real estate. By the time Latson's getting out of his route, he's already turning around looking for this interception. So it's just tough, man. It was just really tough to swallow. You have Redding going on his break right now, and that ball's already out, and there's DB's right underneath it. He's able to get down. Good tackle here by Mallory. Well, that's just going to lead over here to this touchdown, man. Points off turnovers. Second quarter, it's 28-3. Like, Jesus, man. So we have trips here to the field side, Jacoby George's backside. This is going to be a conversion with Jakari Brown's arm. So it's nice to see here. Going to get a Restrepo here on the inside release as number 3, then gets to this corner route. Flat here from Brashard, out here from Kobe Young. And Jakari has a good pocket here from the O-line, can't complain. Rush 4, is able to get everything protected. By the time this guy wraps around at the end, from DJ Scaife, it's too late. The ball is out. Great catch here from X, great concentration as he's getting flipped over. Hold on to that football. Thank God, everything's all right. I hate when, players flip like that, land on their necks, things like that. But he's all right. Able to go up and get that football, but earned that first down, paid for it. 2-by-2, looks like 2 man under, so it's 2 safeties high, man underneath. 2-by-2 sets, you're going to get John Campbell beat here off the edge by their talented D end. But this is something that, on tape, Jakari's going to be able to look at. He has a pocket, to step up into. Then actually an avenue to get out of here if he needed to. You just got to sense that as the DN is chipped here on this side with the running back. You have this much space to get in there. Jakai's going to pancake this guy. So you have that space to step up in the pocket and then to either deliver the football or, take that running lane out of there. But that's just something that's going to come with time. Obviously, he's a true freshman being thrown into the, into the Florida State Miami rivalry. Then John Campbell obviously just can't get beat off the edge like that. But, again, he's going so around. He's expecting his quarterback to step up. So it's just something that they'll correct moving forward. I don't know who they're going to play moving forward. But I do think that Jakari gives us, a good spark on offense, at least because he's able to run the football. Looks like some man coming here trips to the near side. They motion over to a 2-by-2 set. as the defense adjusts. This is just basically 2 D linemen in coverage. You have Daryl Jackson and Jafari Harvey coming on this crosser. I just want to think that Daryl Jackson made a heads-up play, just trying to make a heads-up play and cover that running back. But as soon as James shoots over, I think we were screwed at that point, because that means there was really nobody left but Jackson on this running back, because you have Harvey following this crosser, you have Wesley on this receiver. So this is putting a 300-plus D tackle in a position to cover a speed threat out the backfield. Was Denver going to work that way? Was able to get upfield all the way until basically the 15-yard line, 12, before Reed cuts him down. But this motion here where James gets out of the way, I mean, I can't imagine that this was the assignment for Daryl Jackson to cover this running back in man. I just hope that there's just some type of miscommunication, some type of miscue there, because that's just bad, man. Defense is gonna make a stop here before halftime, forcing the field goal. We're gonna leave a spy in. But look at Jordan Miller here, who had a decent game. He's pushing this right guard, collapsing the pocket. So as Agude wins outside, there's nowhere for Jordan Travis to go. He just collapses that pocket. There's nowhere to squeeze through. So good job here by Jordan Miller, combining here with Agude on that sack by squeezing that pocket. Again, putting that there's nowhere for Jordan Travis to go as he tries to go that way. Miller jumps that way, so it cuts that lane off, and then Agude is obviously off to the side. Obviously, then Florida State makes this field goal. They go up 31-3 at halftime, probably the most disheartening halftime score of the season, and maybe for a long time for Canes fans. Looks like, man, the way Cam motions over, but this running back's able to just get through, slip on the screen as Corey Flack comes in, goes to chase the quarterback, dips it right under. It's actually well covered up. We have Akeem Mesidor, probably our best defender, or maybe even player, is going to miss this tackle one-on-one, and then it's just blocks here from the receiving core downfield and the lineman, and it's just upfield. Great wrap-up tackle here from James Williams. I know it's not a night to say anything positive, but he was throwing his shoulder a lot. It was nice to see him square up and wrap up on a tackle here. But again, huge explosive play. Just so much explosive plays, man. Jordan Miller, he had a couple of plays that flashed on tape. So there's another 2x2 set, 2 tight ends in here as wings. They're going to try to get that little soft play action and move the pocket back for Travis to take a shot downfield. But look at Jordan Miller. They're going to zone block to the left, and then this right guard becomes Jordan Miller's responsibility, and then just gets blown up and then disengaged as Miller goes upfield to get this quarterback for a sack. Harvey, good job containing. There's nowhere for Travis to go. He has to spin back inside when Miller's there. He's able to wrap him up, and then as he breaks off that tackle, he has to step over him, and then Harvey and Caleb Johnson are there to finish him off for the big sack. But again, it's just great job here by Jordan Miller, winning this one-on-one matchup with that guard in the hole. That's toughness, that's physicality. We just have to have everybody show that for 60 minutes. About to say 48 minutes, but I would take 48 minutes of it. So we have a young freshman standing on his own Miami side in his end zone, and we're gonna go back to this condensed tight look and play guess who's gonna come free, hit somebody off the edge. So you have trips stacked here, condensed, and then your backside receiver, right a little bit underneath the bottom of the numbers. I mean, past the bottom of the numbers, top of the numbers. Basically, blitz right off the nickel immediately in Jakari's face. As he fakes and he's trying to roll out, he wants to hit this little quick out route here. It's a nice little play to get him in space, get the ball out, get it to Kobe Young. But again, free nickel blitzer. He's just lucky to get this ball off harmlessly to the outside, throwing it away, as he's could have potentially had a safety there. But let's not do free blitzers off the edge. We know it's coming every single time we do that condensed look. So let's not put our freshman quarterback 6 yards in the backfield in the end zone in that situation, man. I just don't understand it at that point. 2nd and 10, we spread them out now. We got Mallory here as your little wing. Your 2 receivers sit down here. You can't see the one at the bottom, but it's going to be a zone read. great here. Job by Mallory. He's going to pull around and then get that linebacker. And this is just a great hole. You'll see right guard here do a great job. That's Inez Cooper. Right tackle does his job. He's going outside, keep him outside. Jakari Clark gets to this inside linebacker right up here. Mallory gets to that inside linebacker. There's nobody there. Just great vision by Rooster, who's been having some ankle issues, so we haven't seen that explosive speed that we're seeing right here as he takes off. He's had a bunch of injuries, from the wrist to the ankles, things like that. But it's nice to see Rooster have that pop, but it's just well blocked here. Right guard, Inez Cooper does enough. Here's this Cole. Mallory on that linebacker, Jakari Clark on this linebacker, and then the Roosters off and running up the field for the longest run of the season, I believe it is. Knighton just pops that big run, so we go to feed the hot hand. We had trips over here to the field side. We send Jaleel Skinner in motion. He's going to come back down for actually a key block to seal this DN here. So you got Jakari's going to hand off. He's going to, pull, give that good fake, but immediate vision from Knighton. He sees that space. It's just a jump cut to the outside. This is that explosion that we've seen from Knighton. Great job here by Skinner. He's going to help seal that DN. And then Scaife gets upfield to this linebacker, which is going to allow enough room for Knighton to speed through with his speed. And then look at Jakari Brown here. This is just effort. This guy gets off Kobe Young's block, and he just blows him up. And then just going to create that little hole for Knighton to just speed right through as he has Latson blocking on the outside for a first down. So nice to see us being able to run the ball a little bit, but, 31-3. But again, just nice to see, but end of the day. So we caught something going on, that big rush to Rooster, and then another run to Rooster. This time, Jakari's going to keep it, 2x2 set. We're split out. We're going to pull Inez Cooper, get him over here, but this is all about this double team seal from our left guard and center on this D tackle, and as this linebacker shifts over with Rooster, expecting it to go outside. And then here comes Jakari with the pull, late pull, gets upfield. Strong man, bro. 215, 220 at 6'4". That's a strong young man. So that power running game, obviously this burned his red shirt, this being his 5th game of the year. So just keep using them, man. Just keep using them. I think TVD might be out for the foreseeable future, and at that point, you got to start looking about what spark Jakari was able to bring to the offense. Obviously, none really passing, but Jake didn't look his best either. So they're gonna have to make a decision about that moving forward. I would hate to see one guy getting pulled, one guy getting put in, one guy getting pulled, because it wasn't fair to either of them at that point. Obviously, I think it shook Jake. At least not shook Jake, but it didn't help him. To say the least. So we'll see what they say going forward. Gonna go ahead and have quad to the right to the field side. You got Mallory, your 3 receivers here. It's gonna be basically Stanley coming across to get to that DN, and then Jakari just finding the space and getting this first down. As he's gonna be an effective end zone runner. He's gonna be an effective runner as we've seen all game. But this time here we're bunched in a little tighter. We have our tight ends in. This time he's gonna pull it. I think he, should have gave it here, but when you're looking at the read, this DN crashes inside, right? Just doesn't see that extra defender coming off the edge when we go condensed, which is, something that's going to happen. There's no one to block these two. Your tight end chops down here. So you either give it, he has his best chance to come out here, or, run into the pile. Well, you pull it here, then you just slung down, which is going to intend for us to have to now maybe throw this ball. But then just the timing of this play wasn't there. We're bringing X in motion. And from Jakari, this just snaps it, low ball. And then Florida State, Jakari's not able to fall on it. Florida State's able to grab it. Great effort here from John Campbell running this down. This could have been a touchdown the other way. But just unfortunate, man. The snap's just low. It's unexpected. Don't know what happened, if that was supposed to be a timing thing. Obviously, this is technically your 3rd string quarterback, so they said they prepare all 3 quarterbacks to play. I don't know, man. I don't know how you can honestly do that to get enough reps for 3 guys. Quad look here to the field side. They got their tight end and 3 receivers out. This is just basically just a bait here. Just a feint, just slows it and then bursts up, up the seam. This is a designed little pop pass. Jordan Travis, fakes the little run, gets the defenders in the second level to suck up. Next thing you know, he's right behind them, and it just can't happen when you have basically, your safety James, your safety Tay. You can't have them, somebody running right behind them for a touchdown, easy little pop pass. This point now is 38-3. It doesn't get more embarrassing than this, man. Just suck them in with that quarterback fake run, like we've seen teams with, but we've seen our teams from 2020 and 2021 do that with Rhett Lashley. That was a major one that he ran with De'Aaron King. It's crazy how it worked like almost every time, but it's being used against us now. Trips here to the field side. You got Mallory in tight, but he's not in line. He's just, in his regular receiver stance. You got a little branch out, so, X is doing a quick out, but he's not going all the way over here because you got a hitch here. This is clearing. Mallory's clearing. You have this wheel route knighting up the seam. Up the sideline. Believe this is just a quick read from Jakari. Sees these two guys going, and man, you have all this space. Just go ahead and take off. Go get that first down. Shows that big frame. He's able to move once he gets that ball. A lot of people were clowning, about Coach Gaddis's comment about him, being one of the faster guys on offense. And I do think that people took that, wrong. I think he covers a lot of ground, is what Coach Gaddis was saying, and you're seeing that here with that big frame, 6'4", taking long strides. Here you got trips here to the field side, one-on-one here on the on the near side. This is Jacoby George. This is gonna be Jakari. This linebacker goes under for the running back. So as soon as he sees that, this is just a great read by Jakari. Go ahead and throw this slant, puts it right on Jacoby, so he's able to make this catch. Takes a little inside release, one-step speed, inside, makes his route, puts his ball right on him, back shoulder, so this guy literally can't defend it. Good throw, a good concentration to get this first down, but just like the read from Jakari, seeing as that linebacker, he flows with that running back, that's what you're looking for. That's going to open up this slant window, put it on him, nice velocity, get the first down. All right, so this is going to be a learning lesson for Jakari on tape, 2x2 set here. He's going to get his man coverage, so he does the right thing. As it clears out, it's man, step up in the pocket. Everybody's eyes are on their receiver, but just starts to slide way too early, so he's not able to get this first down. Knew it immediately when he saw it, but that's going to be something he learns from. It's all about where you start this slide. I'm happy that he didn't want to take a hit, and he goes down. But just go forward that time. But it's just another learning thing for him, because I think he's gonna have obviously the opportunity to play throughout the remainder of the year, especially since TVD's status is gonna be up in the air. Looks like FSU using some man here, but we're gonna really focus on this pressure off the edge. It looks like Thad goes to chip a little bit, but DJ doesn't get isn't getting beat outside. He's getting bull rushed. Then there's really nowhere for Jake to step up, because if he steps up now to get the ball out, there's really nobody for him to throw it to, and then that space to step up in the pocket, isn't really there. While our center's getting pushed back here, he's gonna lose this rep. Obviously, Jakai's playing hurt, can't really use, his hand. You see in that glove there, to its fullest capability. So we're banged up here on O-line. We're banged up super bad here on O-line. So obviously this is stuff that you're gonna continue to see just because these guys are fighting. But we're hurt on O-line, man. But DJ Scape's gonna have this ball get poked. That bull rush get into him, and that ball gets poked out. I believe that's Pat Payton as well, a local kid from Northwestern that we didn't take, but making a play on Jake, stripping that ball out. He's able to jump right on it. But Jake gets in, no pocket, nobody's open, strip. It just doesn't look good. And he's throwing it because you're taking Jake out so you can run the ball with Jakari. And then you put Jake in to throw it. Any DC is going to catch on. Looks like a little two-man under. Two safeties high. You're going to check off over there and follow him in a man. So it's going to be a little inside-out stunt here from Elijah Roberts, who looks like he's growing into his own, and Nigel Lee Kelly, who's doing the same thing. Two young D linemen stepping up. Roberts is going to take that outside but he attacks that right guard before he makes his move. That's what allows stunts to work. He attacks that right guard, makes him engage in blocking, and then that's when Nigel wraps around, and then it's too late. He has that speed. Quarterback tries to step up. Now he's just getting backtracked. Sack here from our freshman DN, who's making waves, man. He's gonna be a big time player, but great technique there by Elijah to get him freed up. It's just hurting. Again, they're pulling, hat on the hat, right up the middle. It's just wide open. Everybody, no one's disengaging. Everybody has a body on them. Upfield, this is just a great one-on-one tackle. If Tay misses this tackle, this is a long touchdown. So a great one-on-one tackle here from Tay. And you'll see James make a one-on-one tackle here. He's second level to try to get this quick out to the running back. Again, nice to see him wrap up. Not just throwing that shoulder. Good good back-to-back tackles there, but we know what's coming. Same old. Just pull the tight end, pull the left guard, right up the middle on the inside zone. Touchdown. And it just gets worse. We get the ball on offense here. We're gonna take a shot. Why not? It's 45-3. It's 57 seconds left. 2-by-2, 2-man. So you got a safety over the top. It's a man here. You got Kobe Young, who they didn't really get much opportunities to. Not really a jump ball. Able to use that ability of Kobe Young. But again, he's so tight to the sideline. Good job by the DB. But that ball is just inside. You see how that ball needs to be outside and back shoulder for Kobe Young to just jump up and elevate for it. Ball's inside, so the DB has basically the pathway for it. It sucks, but this is just gonna end the review on INT. But you see that ball up that sideline high. It needs to be, up here. Allow Kobe Young to jump up and snatch that thing as he's shown, throughout his entire time at Miami. See, this ball is so inside, so cornerback just was going to get that all day. That's going to end the review. I don't even know how you made it if you got here. I don't know how I made it here. But, this is going to be all right, man. It's just going to have to get some players in, whatever Mario's going to do. Get the players on our roster to wake up. However, that's going to happen. But, just trust the process and hopefully we get this thing turned around. But go Kings.